Another high-level exit at Twitter after the head of the France office, Damien Fiel, tweeted goodbye on Sunday. Twitter's facing steep losses in its labour force under new CEO Elon Musk. Between staff cuts and mass resignations, Musk says the social media platform faces bankruptcy. And after first axing half his staff, he issued an ultimatum to those who were left: either commit to his, quote, hardcore version of Twitter or leave. Sources say many of his technical staff have left as a result. Let's get more on this and bring in Harley Lippman, founder and CEO of Genesis 10, one of America's largest talent and tech consulting firms. He joins us from Miami, Florida. Harley, thanks for your time. So if Elon Musk has effectively eviscerated half of the workforce, how does that make strategic or commercial sense for the future, let alone what it does for morale?
Well, if you look at what he did to Tesla and SpaceX, it's almost exactly the same. He's like most people, he's predictable. He's not reinventing himself. He's doing the same thing where he created an existential threat. Tesla is saying we're on the verge of bankruptcy, just like he's saying at Twitter. He says you have to really burn the midnight oil, you have to work really hard, work long hours, did the same thing, and laid off a large number of people. So he has two experiences where he has practiced this strategy, and in both places it's been highly successful. Now there's one caveat though. At those two places, people had a mission.
Some might say he's a modern-day slave driver, and if he gets rid of all the technical talent, then how is he going to build a company for the future? Well,
that is the criticism, that he's doing something which is very uncharacteristic for leadership today. Today, leadership is guided and taught to motivate, be positive at all times, and he's going to an old-school philosophy, which is slash and burn. He's saying to everybody at Twitter that we're losing money, so we're already in serious trouble. And if you want to be at a company where you're going to do well, you're going to have to work long hours. So he's being very honest. So with the people that have quit, the ones who are staying know what they're going to be facing. So he has laid out the groundwork in his strategy for the workforce who's going to stay, to actually really put in really long hours. But he's done it before. Yes, the workforce is confused and maybe demotivated right now, but that's short term. Time will tell everything.
Harley, Mandy wanted to ask a question, but we're having some difficulty with her audio. But let me chime in here. I mean, Elon Musk, it wasn't clear whether he even wanted to buy Twitter in the first place, and now here we are. So is it really clear what his long-term plan for the company and its employees who are left is?
I think so. I mean, he has, he's a charismatic guy, very remarkable. There's a guy who sleeps in the office through the night to send a signal that if you're working for me here, you put in the hours that people put in at Goldman Sachs or major hedge funds. That's the culture he wants to create. So he's really looking to build it up. I think he's serious about restructuring it. Again, given that he's done it before very successfully. But in those two places where he's done it before, people had a mission. You were either working for a company that was getting away from gas and getting drivers off the road, or you're going into space. Both very noble aspirations and good causes to work for. Twitter, people may not be willing, the risk is that people may not be willing to be subject to what they feel are his abusive leadership methods and techniques. So that's what we'll see. But I suspect the way he succeeded before, he'll succeed again.
Harley, sorry about the technical problem earlier. I was going to ask you whether or not Elon Musk has been unlawful in any of his demands or his firings, and whether or not he's opened himself or Twitter up to being sued.
Actually, it's a great question because I was thinking of that myself as I was following the news, seeing that he fired people who disagreed with him. I'm not a lawyer, so I wonder, does that fall under wrongful termination where you can sue an employer for firing you illegally? I don't think so. I think that you're only protected from the classes of race, religion, gender, and maybe one or two others. That's what protects employees. If he thinks you're not working hard enough, or he has performance issues, or he has to cut costs to bring the company into profitability, or he doesn't like criticism, none of those can be used in a lawsuit. They could create turmoil and people could try to get him to settle, but they're going to fail in the courtroom.
You head up an IT staffing firm. Have any candidates come forward and said, I'll work at Twitter, put me forward?
Yes, people. Yes, we have people that are interested in Twitter. They think it's a fascinating social platform. It is an exciting place to be, and there's no equal to it. So yes, I have people who have said yes, I'd be interested in working at Twitter, and so there are a lot of people that would fill the seats. Maybe it's a bit sad for those people leaving, but would fill the places of those who are no longer going to work at Twitter. I don't think they'll have any problem finding quality IT support.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of tech companies out there that have been shedding staff, so it's probably going to be quite a bit of movement out there. But it's been great to talk to you, really interesting.
Thank you,
Harley Lippman, the CEO of Genesis 10. Thank you.